November 18th, 2013. Guys, look at this large sunspot directly facing the Earth. The geometry on it is almost getting perfectly round as it expands. Check that out. This is the one that you saw yesterday that has the lights, and it's still in it. It looks like a giant volcanic crater, except it's a sunspot. It's the largest on the solar face. They've got it set at 510. That's the area. That you notice that's the largest one. It's beta gamma. There's no triple configuration flares. There's a 15% chance of X flares, though. Normally it's a 1 to 5, so it's up there. There's a 60% chance of M flares. But look at that, guys, as it turns around. Now, on these new images of Ison, I was trying to go through the different temperatures, and that's what you're seeing here from the coolest up, to try to go around that comma that's being developed by that bow shock, and you see the multiple streamers that are coming around it. But notice the geometric pattern that I'm getting exactly the same in every temperature, guys, and I've seen it before. I have studied the religions from around the world, from the Hopi to the Cheyenne to the Buddha to the Hindu, and I've seen it, and you guys have seen it too all your life. I have even seen this in a crop circle, and that's amazing to me, because you always think of it as symbology, and then you see one of God's greatest creations coming through the universe, and this is emanating from it. Guys, look, you got the same things. You got a center dot, a circle, then the small, almost like a lotus petals around it, then the long ones, then it radiates out into these spirals. Look at that. If that's not a perfect copy of what they call sacred geometry, I don't know what is. Now, I'm no expert on this. I just understand frequency and vibration and things like that, and some of the things they do. But as far as studying sacred geometry, I don't know that much about it. So some of you guys probably know a lot about it. So please feel free to look at these images and come in here and tell me what you think. Again, here, what I'm trying to do is to get everything down where I can see the hottest things in there. And there's two objects in that tail that almost look like pieces. Now, if you look at just regular pictures of the comet, that front section is so bright, it dims everything else out. I want to look at it, just bear with me here. I'm looking at it, different images. Notice that eye in the center. Even in the red images, it almost looks like an eye in the center, depending on the exposure. I'm not trying to get that. Even in the green, you see that? It's like an eye. Now, I know it's called Ison. I don't know, guys. It's getting crazier every day, but look at this. It's amazing to see this vibrational pattern emanating from this object coming in. Now, if I go through this, and I'm just going to highlight it, but guys, here, pause these and read them. It talks about the spiral that we're looking at. We're talking about the seed of life, and the different religions here that go through it, and I'll show you, but it's amazing to me. Again, we've seen it. I've seen it not too long ago, and it was somewhere on one video about the new crop circles in the UK. I saw it on one of those, almost the exact patterns. And again, a lot of that's just copy and repetition. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what we're seeing Ison do right now is it's vibrating in through the inner solar system, approaching the sun. Here, you see it's called the Yantra, the lotus blossom. And I'm just kind of putting up, these are from different places and different meanings from around the world, guys. And like I said, pause them and read them. I'm going to look into it again. This is not something I know a lot about, but I've seen videos out there. Some of you guys do know about this. And again, check it out and point us in the right direction on this, because I believe there's a meaning behind everything here, even in the yin and yang. And they're talking about energy and the seeds of life in each of these symbols. If you look at that, you'll see that it's almost the same thing. A balance representing new life, new seeds of life, an understanding, they say, that goes beyond language, that you can see in some of these geometric patterns. But guys, again, you've got the Cheyenne symbol of the universe, the Hopi Kokapella Mandala on the right. Says symbols are a universal language understood by all beings. No conscious thoughts are needed. They are used and understood at the superconscious level by all cultures and all civilizations on Earth and throughout the greater universes. Now, here on Earth, they have been used as a means of recording historical events, and in many indigenous cultures have told the story of our connection to the cosmos, and our original star seed origins. In all civilizations and cultures throughout the ages, symbols and sacred geometry have been used in artistic depictions of sacred ceremonies and rituals which encompass the very essence of a people or a certain way of living and being. Even when the spoken language is different from tribe to tribe, civilization to civilization, culture to culture, religion to religion, the energy message of a symbol is timeless and understood by all, past, present, into the future. Certain geometrical shapes have the power to reach deep into the unconscious and affect subtle changes in the observer. Somebody check that out. Let me know what you think about that. Heads up.